إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما أما بعد. Subhanallah, nowadays we hear these strange comments from people. People say these strange things today. And some of these things they say is that, wow, Israel is the most powerful country. No one can defeat them. Because why? They are being backed up by America. They are being backed up by the United States of America. So no one can touch them. This is very strange indeed. Subhanallah. You know why? Because those that are weak and oppressed, those that are weak, do you know who backs them up? It is Allah Azza wa Jal. Allah Azza wa Jal. Allah has them on their side. Allah Al-Qawi, the strong one. Al-Aziz, the Almighty. Al-Mutakabbir. Allah Azza wa Jal. Jalla Jalalu. The weak and oppressed, they have Allah on their side. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said to you and I, he said, وَاتَّقِي دَعْوَةَ الْمَظْلُومِ فَإِنَّهُ لَيْسَ بَيْنَهَا وَبَيْنَ اللَّهِ hijab. The Prophet says, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, beware, be afraid of the dua, of the supplication of those that are oppressed. Those that are oppressed, those that are weak, when they are being oppressed, when they make dua against their oppressors, that dua, it goes straight to Allah. There's no veil between it and Allah Azza wa Jal. Meaning Allah will answer the dua of the oppressed no matter what. Subhanallah. That shows you and I that when we commit injustice, when we oppress people like the Israelis are doing to the Palestinians right now, they've been living under oppression for years, over 50 years. So right now, the Palestinians, they have a free dua against the Israelis. So we implore the Palestinians, make dua to Allah Azza wa Jal. Subhanallah, let me tell you something too. Guess what? The dua of the oppressed, it will be answered even if he's a non-Muslim. The oppressed, when they make dua, it doesn't matter if they are Muslim or not Muslim. Allah will answer their dua. Where's my proof? The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, he said, اتقوا دعوة المظلوم وإن كان كافرا فإنه ليس دونها حجاب. He said, be afraid, be aware, beware of the dua, of the supplication of those that are oppressed, even if they are disbeliever. Even if he's a non-believer, don't oppress anybody, because that dua, there is no veil between it and Allah Azza wa Jal. No covering. Allah will answer that dua. Subhanallah. That shows us that a person's religion or their personal sins doesn't give us an excuse to oppress them. Islam teaches you and I justice for all. Like Allah Azza wa Jal says, Inna Allah ya'muru bil adl wal ihsan. Allah commands us to be just and to have excellent conduct. Subhanallah. So we tell the people of Palestinians, you are being oppressed. We see it. The entire world see it. Put your hands up to Allah, the one who answers to the dua of the weak. Make dua to Allah or the Palestinians. Ask Allah Azza wa Jal to defeat your enemies, because in yansurukumullah fala ghaliba lakum. If Allah assists you, if Allah helps you, wallahi, no one can defeat you. Subhanallah. Let's look at the example of Prophet Nuh, the Prophet of Allah Azza wa Jal, the first messenger to mankind. When he came to his people, all he did was to call them to worship Allah alone. They oppressed him. So Nuh made dua to Allah. Allah says to us, وَلَقَدْ نَادَانَا نُوحٌ فَلَنِعْمَ الْمُجِيبُونَ وَنَجَّيْنَاهُ وَأَهْلَهُ مِنَ الْكَرْبِ الْعَظِيمِ. Allahu Akbar. Subhanallah. Allah says, Nuh called to us. He called to us, and Allah says, فَلَنِعْمَ الْمُجِيبُونَ, and we are the best of those that respond. Wallahi, no one can respond to your dua better than Allah Azza wa Jal. Sometimes you make dua for something, and Allah will give you something better than you asked for. Allahu Akbar. So Allah said, we answered to his prayer, and we saved him and his family from the great distress. Drowning, Allah saved him. And brothers and sisters, what was the dua Nuh made? What was the prayer he made? Listen, subhanallah. Allah says, فَدَعَى رَبَّهُ فَدَعَى رَبَّهُ. Nuh, he called out to Allah, to his protector, to his sustainer, his master. He made dua to Allah. أَنِّي مَغْلُوبٌ فَانْتَصِرْ. Oh Allah, they have overpowered me. My people, they are trying to exile me. They are trying to overpower me. Oh Allah, فَانْتَصِرْ. Help me. When Nuh made that dua to Allah, he put his trust in Allah. He didn't go outside, go ask the non-Muslims for help. No. He called out to Allah Azza wa Jal. Jalla Jalalu. What did Allah say? Allah said, فَفَتَحْنَا أَبْوَابَ السَّمَاءِ بِمَاءٍ مُنْهَمِرٍ وَفَجَّرْنَا الْأَرْضَ عُيُونًا فَالْتَقَى الْمَاءُ عَلَى أَمْرٍ قَدْ قُدِرٍ. Allah said that we opened the gates of the heavens, and rain, water came down. Then we gushed forth from the earth. Water came out from the earth. These two waters, they met by the permission of Allah, by the decree of Allah Azza wa Jal. So Allah drowned his people. Why? Because Nuh, he turned to Allah Azza wa Jal. He made dua to Allah Azza wa Jal. So you and I, let's make dua to Allah, and we tell the Palestinians, ask Allah Azza wa Jal. Allah that has the power that can destroy anything. That's the true power of Allah Azza wa Jal. Guess what? Allah can turn anything in his creation into a weapon. That's what Allah says to us. وَمَا يَعْلَمُ جُنُودَ رَبِّكَ إِلَّا هُ. No one knows the army of Allah except him. Subhanallah. Because Allah can turn water into a weapon, like he did with Fir'aun, he did with the people of Nuh. Allah can turn what? A mosquito into a weapon. Mosquito went into the nose of Namrud, went into his brain. Namrud died. Allah Azza wa Jal. وَمَا يَعْلَمُ جُنُودَ رَبِّكَ إِلَّا هُ. Allah armies are all around us. He can use the wind, he can use the earth to quake and swallow people. Subhanallah. So if Allah wants, Allah can destroy the IDF, the Israeli Defense Forces, with kun fayakun. Allah says in the Quran, إِنَّمَا أَمْرُهُ إِذَا أَرَادَ شَيْئًا أَن يَقُولَ لَهُ كُن فَيَكُن. Allah said when Allah decrees a thing, when Allah wants anything to happen, his command is kun, be. It happens immediately. It is. Allahu Akbar. وَلَكِنَّ اللَّهَ يَفْعَلُ مَا يُرِيدُ. Allah does what he wants. And guess what? When Allah does things, no one can question Allah. No one can give him a consequence. That's why when Allah talk about the people of Thamud, when he destroyed them in Surah Al-Shams, Allah says, وَلَا يَخَافُ عُقُبَاهَا. And he fears no consequences. Azza wa Jal. You see, one thing I've noticed, the reason why human beings, we talk about these superpowered countries, we say, oh, look at China, look at Russia, look at US, it's because we have not truly grasped the power of Allah. If we understood the power of Allah Azza wa Jal, we wouldn't even say these words. Allah says, وَمَا قَدَرُ اللَّهَ حَقَّ قَدْرِهِ. They have not given Allah the right estimate. We have not truly understood the power of Allah Azza wa Jal. Then Allah says, وَالْأَرْضُ جَمِيعًا قَبْضَتُهُ يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ وَالسَّمَاوَاتُ مَطْوِيَّاتٌ بِيَمِينِهِ سُبْحَانَهُ وَتَعَالَى عَمَّا يُشْرِكُونَ. Allahu Akbar. Allah said on the day of judgment, just to give us a glimpse of his power. After Allah told us that we have not really given the right estimate to his power, Allah says on the day of judgment, he will take hold of the entire earth and he will roll up the heavens, the seven heavens. He will put all of them in his right hand. Allahu Akbar. Laysa kamithlihi shay. There is no one like Allah Azza wa Jal. Brothers and sisters, the power of Allah Azza wa Jal is incomparable. Subhanahu wa ta'ala amma yushrikun. Glorified is Allah. High above is he from what they have associated with him. So we tell the people of Palestine, make dua to Allah, raise your hands and ask Al-Qadir, the one who's able to do all things. Allah can answer all prayer. La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. There is no might, there is no power except with Allah Azza wa Jal. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم. Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalam ala rasulillah. Brothers and sisters, do people really think, do we really think that when we mention countries like today, Russia, the US, the so-called Israel, right? When we say, wow, look at these countries, do we really think these were the only countries, superpower countries that ever lived? You don't think there were countries before that were more powerful than these? Wallahi, there were countries, nations that have passed before us that Allah mentioned. Allah says, وَكَمْ أَهْلَكْنَا قَبِلَهُمْ مِنْ قَرْنٍ هُمْ أَشَدُّ مِنْهُمْ بَطْشًا فَنَقَّبُوا فِي الْبِلَادِ هَلْ مِنْ مَحِيصٍ. Allah said that we have destroyed, how many nations, how many generations have we destroyed before? هُمْ أَشَدُّ مِنْهُمْ بَطْشًا. They were more powerful and mightier than the countries we see today. But to Allah, it's kun fayakun. Be and it is. He can send a wind and destroy. Subhanallah. Let me give you an example of a nation Allah destroyed before. And they were more powerful than us. Subhanallah. The people of Ad. The people of Ad. Allah sent them a prophet by the name of Hud. Hud was just like them. He was born in their country. He is from them. He was raised by them. They actually loved Hud. They actually hoped to make him a leader one day. But Allah chose Hud to be a prophet. So Hud came to his people. He warned them, hey, stop what you're doing. Stop this oppression. Stop worshiping idols. Worship Allah alone. They became arrogant. They rejected Hud. They said, no, we're not going to listen to you. So Allah says, you see, Allah blessed the people of Ad. He blessed them with power, with wealth. And guess what? They were physically built. They were tall, huge, like dead palm trees. Allah made them special. So Allah mentioned about the way He dealt with them. Allah says, Alam tara kayfa fa'ala rabbuka bi'ad. Hey, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, have you not seen how Allah dealt with the people of Ad? Have you not seen how Allah destroyed them? Iramadat al-imad. These people, they had lofty pillars. They would build huge palaces. Allah says, Allati lam yukhlaqu mithluha fil bilad. There was no one like Ad on the earth. No one. Allah made them powerful, special. So Ad became arrogant. Because who's more powerful than us? Look at us. They were so powerful, they would build palaces up on mountains. And guess what? Allah said they didn't even live in these palaces. They had a special place where they lived. But they would go and build huge palaces on mountains. That's how strong they were. They were very skillful in building things. But they wouldn't live in it. And Hud, he told them, when you attack people, when they go to war with other nations, guess what? وَإِذَا بَطَشْتُمْ بَطَشْتُمْ جَبَّارِينَ. When they attack a country, Ad was so strong, when they attack people, no mercy, complete destroy. They will destroy everybody. Decimate the entire population, like Israel is doing to the Palestinians right now. They are bombing them with artillery. They don't care. Because why? They are being backed by the US, right? Ad relied on their power. They were strong. Who can stop us, right? Allah says, فَأَمَّا عَادٍ. Allah says, as for Ad, فَاسْتَكْبَرُوا فِي الْأَرْضِ بِغَيْرِ الْحَقِّ. They became arrogant. They became haughty in the earth with no fear. You see? Then Hud, he advised them, hey, my people, listen. The punishment of Allah is true. Be careful. Allah's punishment is going to come on you. I said, وَقَالُوا مَنْ أَشَدُّ مِنَّا قُوَّةً. You see? When Ad saw themselves as so powerful, they can go to any country and take over, destroy them. They said, Man ashaddu minna quwwah. Who is stronger than us? Who is more mightier than us? Who can punish us? Allah answered this question in the Quran. Allah says, أَوَلَمْ يَرَوْا أَنَّ اللَّهَ الَّذِي خَلَقَهُمْ هُوَ أَشَدُّ مِنْهُمْ قُوَّةً. Allah said, don't they see or add? Look around. Allah, the one who gave you life, the one who created you, the one who made you, is more powerful than you. Subhanallah. You see, mankind, no matter how powerful we are, no matter how big we get, we have nuclear bombs, we have all kind of, we are powerful. Guess what? Our power would never reach the power of Allah Azza wa Jal. When they challenged Allah, when they said, who is more powerful than us, the punishment of Allah came. Allah said, فَأَرْسَلْنَا عَلَيْهِمْ رِيحًا صَرْصَرًا. We sent upon them a violent wind. On Ad, I told you, Allah can use any weapon, anything in His creation as a weapon. He used the wind as a weapon to destroy Ad. Thamud, He used the sound to destroy them. But for Ad, Allah sent wind. Brothers and sisters, do you know how long this wind attacked them? Allah sent this wind on them. This wind. سَخَّرَهَا عَلَيْهِمْ سَبْعَ لَيَالٍ وَثَمَانِيَةَ أَيَّامٍ حُسُومًا فَتَرَى الْقَوْمَ فِيهَا سَرْعًا كَأَنَّهُمْ أَعْجَازُ نَخْلٍ خَاوِيَةٍ فَهَلْ تَرَى لَهُ مِنْ بَاقِيَةٍ. Allah said, He sent this violent wind on Ad for 7 nights and 8 days. This wind is destroying all their civilization. Destroying them. Allah said, you could see them being thrown around like trees because they were so tall. This wind attacked them for 7 nights and 8 days. Then Allah said, فَهَلْ تَرَى لَهُ مِنْ بَاقِيَةٍ. Do you see any trace of them? Do you see any remnants? You see, brothers, when Ad used to destroy people, I told you, when they would go to other people's country, when they would go to other nation, إِذَا بَتَشْتُمْ جَبَّارِينَ. They would completely decimate the population. So when Allah destroyed them, He did the same thing to them. The power of Allah. Don't play with Allah's power. Allah Azza wa Jal. وَلَا حَوْلَ وَلَا قُوَّةَ إِلَّا بِاللَّهِ. Allah destroyed them completely. Allah said, look around. Do you know, we don't know where Ad used to live. We don't know. Because Allah destroyed them completely. He got rid of all of their civilization. Even though they used to build houses in mountains. Where are they now? Allah got rid of their trace. Allahu Akbar. So we ask the people of Palestine, be patient of this test. Yes, you're going through a hard test. Be patient, be steadfast. Yes, fight for your country. They have the right to fight for their country. And I tell them, make dua to Allah. You have Al-Aziz on your side. Allah is on their side because they are being oppressed. The dua of the oppressors will be answered. There is no veil between it. Allah says that those who are wrongdoers, the oppressors, they will soon know what is going to be their return. They can enjoy themselves now, but when they meet Allah Azza wa Jal, He will deal with them. So brothers and sisters, please don't forget the people of Palestine in your dua. Don't forget the other Muslim countries that are being killed, that are suffering. Don't forget them. Let's not forget, because as time goes, you see, the news of the Palestinians are dying down. We don't talk about it anymore. No, they are still suffering. They are being bombed still. May Allah help them. May Allah make things easy for them. May Allah give them strength. May Allah give them victory. Allahumma innaka afuhun tuhibbul afwa fa'fu anna. Allahumma innaka afuhun tuhibbul afwa fa'fu anna. Ya Allah, help the people of Palestine. Ya Allah, give them victory. Ya Allah, defeat their enemy. Defeat their enemies. Ya Allah, send a weapon that will destroy all those soldiers that are attacking the Palestinians. Ameen. Allahumma innaka afuhun tuhibbul afwa fa'fu anna. Ya muqallibal qulub, thabbit quluban ala dinik. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma يصفون